Every parent has been there. You ask your toddler to do something, and they look at you like you didn't speak at all. It's frustrating, right? But did you know that toddlers are actually biologically wired to resist? Studies show that children as young as 2 years old start testing limits to assert their independence. In fact, a recent study found that 75% of toddlers will engage in defiant behavior at least once a day. But here's the thing, this behavior is completely normal. It's a part of their development. In this video, we'll dive into why your toddler refuses to listen and, more importantly, how you can turn those power struggles into cooperation. We'll explore why resistance is actually a sign of your child growing and give you proven strategies to get through to them. Ready to discover the secrets to better communication and smoother days with your toddler? Let's get started. Chapter 1. The Power Struggle. Why toddlers are hardwired to resist. Toddlers are naturally at a stage where they're exploring independence. Between ages 2 and 3, your little one starts to recognize their autonomy, and this often means resisting authority. Research shows that toddlers test boundaries because their brain is developing rapidly, and they're learning how to assert themselves. In fact, studies indicate that this phase, known as the terrible twos, is a critical time for cognitive and emotional growth. Their resistance isn't a personal attack, it's simply their way of navigating the world. So when your toddler refuses to listen, it's a sign they're growing and testing limits, not being intentionally defiant. Chapter 2. Are you speaking their language? The secret to clear communication. One major reason toddlers don't listen is that they might not fully understand what you're saying. Their language skills are still developing, and complex sentences can confuse them. Research from the American Academy of Pediatrics suggests that using simple, clear instructions increases the likelihood of your child understanding and complying. Instead of saying, "Please pick up your toys so we can move on to the next activity," try, "Pick up your toys, please." Short, direct sentences work best. Also, try using visual cues like pointing or showing the action. Children often respond better to seeing than hearing. It's all about adapting your communication to their level. Chapter 3. The Overlooked Trigger. Is stress impacting your toddler's behavior? Sometimes, toddlers refuse to listen because they're overstimulated or stressed. Research shows that when children are overwhelmed, whether from too much noise, activity, or even family tension, they struggle to focus. According to child psychologists, stress affects the way a child's brain processes instructions. Ensuring your child has a calm and predictable environment can go a long way in helping them be more receptive. Make sure your toddler is getting enough sleep and that they're not dealing with external pressures like family stress or too many commitments. In these cases, a quieter environment might be the key to getting them to pay attention. If you're finding these tips helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more strategies and insights on parenting. Let's keep helping you navigate toddlerhood together. Chapter 4. The Attention Game. How to keep your toddler engaged long enough to listen. Toddlers have a short attention span, typically just 5 to 10 minutes for most tasks. That means when you ask them to do something, you've got a very small window to catch their attention. One effective trick is to turn the task into a game. A study by the University of California found that children are more likely to listen and follow instructions when the request is fun or engaging. For example, turning cleaning up into a race or singing a song while brushing teeth can make the task feel like less of a chore. It's also helpful to give them choices. Instead of, "Put your shoes on," ask, "Do you want to wear the red shoes or the blue shoes today?" Offering options can make them feel more in control, which often leads to better cooperation. Chapter 5. The Art of Positive Discipline. Setting boundaries without the drama. Discipline doesn't have to mean punishment. In fact, research has shown that positive discipline is far more effective in the long run than traditional methods like yelling or timeouts. According to child development experts, toddlers respond better to consistent boundaries and positive reinforcement. Instead of focusing on what your child is doing wrong, focus on what they're doing right. Praise them when they listen to instructions, even if it's just a small win. This type of positive feedback strengthens the behavior you want to see more of. You can also try setting clear, simple rules. For example, we sit at the table to eat, rather than offering vague instructions. The more specific your rules are, the easier it will be for your toddler to follow. Chapter 6. When all else fails. Expert tips to get through to the stubborn toddler. If all else fails, it may be time to take a step back and reassess your approach. Sometimes, professional help is needed to navigate more challenging behavior. Experts suggest that if your toddler's refusal to listen persists, it may be a sign of deeper behavioral concerns. Consulting a pediatrician or a child psychologist can offer insights into whether there's an underlying issue, such as anxiety or ADHD. If you're finding it difficult to maintain your own patience, it might also help to consider parenting workshops or support groups. The key is to remember that change won't happen overnight. It takes time, consistency, and a lot of patience. It's also important to remember that you're not alone. Many parents face the same challenges and find their way through it with the right strategies. Thanks for watching. If you found these tips helpful, please make sure to subscribe for more videos on parenting and toddler behavior. Together, we can make the toddler years easier and more enjoyable for both you and your child.